Surah AL Mujadilah, Surah number 58. In the name of God, the most gracious, the ever merciful. God has heard the words of the lady, who was arguing with you about her husband, and would continue to implore God. God was hearing the conversation of both of you. Indeed, God hears all and observes all. Those of you who do zihar with their wives, they do not become their mothers. Their mothers are only those who have given birth to them. Such people, however, utter words which are very despicable and false, and in reality, God in spite of this is very forgiving and merciful. Tell them, those who do zihar with their wives, and afterwards wish to go back on what they said, then a slave should be liberated before they touch one another again. This is what you are being counseled of, and God is fully aware of all that you do. Then, he who has no slave available shall fast 2 successive months before both touch one another. And he who does not have the capacity to do this shall feed 60 of the destitute before touching his wife. This is enjoined on you, so that you may believe in God and his messenger the way they should be believed. And bear in mind that these are the bounds set by God. Only disbelievers cross them, and for the disbelievers there is a grievous punishment. This was the attitude of this woman of servitude to God. On the other hand, those who are confronting God and his messenger shall be humiliated, the way those before them of their sort have been humiliated. We have sent down clear arguments of this in this Quran, and for these disbelievers there is an utterly disgraceful torment. They should remember the day when God raises them all to life, then informs them of each of their deeds. God has kept count of it, and they have forgotten it. And God is watching over everything. Have you not reflected that God knows everything of the heavens and the earth? It never happens that 3 converse secretly, and God is not the 4th among them. And 5 converse secretly, and God is not the 6th among them. Whether they are fewer than this or more, wherever they be, God is with them. Then, on the day of judgment, he will inform them of all their doings. Indeed, God has knowledge of all things. Have you not seen those who, though forbidden from whispering, then they do what they had been forbidden? And whenever these people whisper, they whisper about usurping rights, transgression, and disobedience to the messenger. And O Prophet, when they come to you, they pay salutations to you in words which God does not greet you with, and say in their hearts, if he is a prophet, why does God not punish us for what we say? Hell alone is sufficient for them. They will enter it, and it is a very evil abode. Believers, when you whisper with one another, do not whisper about usurping rights, transgression, and disobedience to the messenger. Instead, whisper about what is virtuous and pious, and keep fearing God, before whom you will be gathered. Such whisperings are from Satan, so that he inflicts sorrow on the believers. Yet he cannot harm them in any way, except by the will of God. And believers should put their trust in God in all circumstances. Believers, to indulge in whispering, they sit closely together in groups. So, make room in the gatherings of the Prophet when you are bidden to do so. God will make room for you. And when it is said, get up, then you should get up. God will elevate to high ranks those among you who have accepted faith and who are given knowledge. And rest assured, God is fully aware of all that you do. Believers, a restriction is now imposed on you. When you intend to converse in private with the messenger, give some charity before such conversation. This is better, and also more noble for you. However, if you lack the means, God is forgiving and ever merciful. Has fear overcome you, that you will have to give in charity before conversing in private? So, when you did not do this, and God had mercy on you, so that he lifted the restriction, then now be diligent in the prayer, keep paying the zakah, and adhere to the obedience of God and his messenger. And bear in mind that God is aware of all that you do. Have you not seen those who befriend people who have incurred the wrath of God? They belong neither to you nor to them. And they intentionally swear to their falsehood that they are with you. God has prepared for them a grievous torment. Evil indeed is that which they are doing. They use their oaths as a shield. Thus, they have desisted from the path of God. So, for them is a humiliating torment. Neither their wealth nor their children will in any way be able to protect them from this torment of God. They are the inmates of hell. They will abide in it forever. On the day when God raises all of them to life, they will swear all sorts of oaths before Him, as they now swear before you, and will think that they also have a basis. Listen. In reality, it is they who are liars. Satan has overpowered them and has made them forget God's remembrance. They are the faction of Satan. Listen. This faction of Satan alone is going to be the loser. You should know that those who show enmity to God and His messenger, it is they who shall be humiliated the most. This is because God has decreed, I and my messengers are destined to be dominant. In reality, God is extremely powerful and very mighty. You will not see those who truly believe in God, and in the last day on friendly terms with those who have become enemies of God and His messenger, even though they be their fathers, sons, brothers, or members of family. It is these people in whose hearts God has stamped faith and helped them with a special blessing of His own. And on the day of judgment, He will admit them to orchards, below which streams flow. They will dwell therein forever. God was pleased with them, and they were pleased with Him. They are the faction of God. Listen. It is only God's faction which will succeed.